Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie. I will be doing a crystal card and an oracle card pick a card reading for this, which is the week of May 17th through May 23rd, which is quite unbelievable but true according to my calendar. So I think I'm going to stick with our kind of usual at this point pick a card reading where I have 3 crystals here. And then I will provide a corresponding crystal card with the crystal energy you can work with this week, and then also draw an oracle card to go with that crystal energy. So this week I'm using crystal card deck number 1 from the Healing Crystals decks. I don't actually have it sitting right here, but I will grab it momentarily. But it is the one I normally use for the pick a card readings. And then I'm going to use this Whispers of the Ocean deck because we have a lot of kind of renewal energy coming in this week, and water is great for that. So this gift was gifted to me. This deck was gifted to me, and I really love working with it when there's a lot of kind of water or new energy coming in. We do have a new moon on the 22nd, which would be, I think, next Friday. So a lot of manifestation, a lot of renewal, a lot of new energy. So this is going to be a great deck to use for this week. I also wanted to mention, if you tried to tune in last week, I had a radio show scheduled with Vicki Luna Miller on Spirit Talk Radio through Blog Talk Radio, which had some technical difficulties, and we ended up doing just a brief Instagram live, which we are going to attempt to do again this week, but we should be back on Spirit Talk Radio live this Wednesday, which is the 20th at 11 o'clock, and I will put a link to that below. So tune into that if possible. It will be recorded so you can listen to it later if you're not able to tune in at that time. I will be talking about the Akashic Records, which is one of my favorite subjects. So join us if you can. But let's get started with this week's reading. So this week we have Sodalite is going to be number 1. If you resonate with that one most strongly, that'll be number 1 this week. And then we have Carnelian, which is this beautiful carnelian thumbstone. I just love it. You can just kind of sit there and meditate with it. So that's going to be our number 2 is Carnelian. And then our number 3 this week is going to be Petrified Wood. And again, as always, you can resonate most strongly with 1, 2, 3, one of them, 2 of them, or all 3 of them. There are no rules. But again, we have Sodalite for number 1, Carnelian for number 2, Petrified Wood for number 3. So let's go ahead and draw our oracle cards from the Whispers of the Ocean deck. I'm going to go ahead and draw all 3 and just leave them face down here until I'm ready to talk about them. Okay. All right, so let's start with Sodalite. Again, that's this one, number 1. Sodalite, and here is the card from the Healing Crystals, crystal card deck number 1. As you can see, the 3 keywords are guidance, intuition, and focus. And it connects you most strongly with your 3rd eye and throat chakras. So there is a lot of big throat chakra energy the past couple weeks, and it's really going to be important to speak kindly and speak through that kind of lens of love. Use your intuition, your 3rd eye energy, before you put it out there into the world to say, is this kind? Is this beneficial? How is this going to make others feel? You don't have to put everything out there. Some stuff can stay as your own opinion. And that's not to say stifle yourself. Always speak your truth. I am a big proponent of always speaking your truth. But there is just so much energy. It's kind of like we're in a time period of energetic overload. So just make sure to choose your words wisely and to make sure you are portraying yourself how you want to be portrayed through your voice, speaking your truth and speaking it through love. So again, the 3 keywords are guidance, intuition, and focus. And interestingly enough, after what I just said, the mantra or affirmation you can use this week is I am guided by logic and intuition. So very much using your common sense to say, is this really something I want to contribute? Do I want to put that out there into the energy of the world right now? And if the answer is yes, by all means, put it out there. Do not stifle yourself. Do not censor yourself. Always speak your truth, but do it through kindness and love and logic this week. So then we have, let's put that right there. The card that came up as corresponding, if you chose number 1 with that sodalite energy, is super interesting. It's the number 28 card from this deck, and it is seeing both sides. So very much a blend of intuition and logic. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. So, this week, if you have somebody who says something that maybe offends you, can you take a step back and look at it from their perspective? Maybe they're just stressed. Maybe there's just, they're overwhelmed and they're not as in tune to energy as you are. They're not aware of what's going on energetically as you might be. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. That perspective being the lens of logic and kindness and love, and, just kind of maybe giving people a pass on their words, and feel free to bring it to their attention. Like, hey, when you said this, it kind of caught me off guard and I was a little offended by it, and see if you can get back on the same page, seeing both sides so that you can come together on the same page. So that is for you, number 1 people. And then for number 2, those of you who chose this carnelian, it is, there we go, its 3 keywords are physical vitality, grounding, and creativity, and it resonates super strongly for sacral chakra work. So that kind of warming, sunny energy, that physical energy, physical vitality, grounding and centering while still allowing you to be super creative and bring in that energy of physical creation and putting things out into the world. Very, very strong sacral chakra resonance. If you have carnelian and want to do sacral chakra meditations, this would be a great week to do that. Because again, new moon on the 22nd, so we have that energy of manifestation coming in extra strong this week. Its affirmation or mantra you can use is I have inner peace and joy. So that's what you're working on creating for yourself this week, is I have inner peace and joy. And then the oracle card that popped out for that one is amble. Oh, interesting. I say that every time, don't I? It's the number 9 card, and it is amble with contentment. So this is all about I have inner peace and joy, finding the joy within yourself, kind of that grounding energy, but the grounding energy that is still letting you be creative and physically active and physically vital. Amble with contentment says, waiting rather than acting is going to be most advantageous now. So ambling is still physical action. It's still forward movement. It's not stagnation. It's ambling with contentment, which goes perfectly with I have inner peace and joy. And sort of being in a space of stillness to figure out what brings you joy, but still slowly moving forward rather than being stagnant. So amble with contentment, if you chose the carnelian, is still about forward movement, but doing so in a very grounded way. Oh, this is getting interesting. So the sodalite so far perfectly matches the coloring on this card, and the carnelian matches this little guy on this card. So let's see what comes out for the petrified wood card. So here we have our crystal card. Petrified wood, the 3 keywords are transformation, grounding, and support. It is a very strong root chakra stone. So if you resonated most strongly with this one, it is all about grounding this week during that energy of manifestation. There is so much energy out there right now. This is saying you really need some grounding energy, some earth energy, some root chakra energy. At the same time, the mantra or affirmation you can use is I embrace transformation. So still in the energy of forward movement. Transformation, grounding, and support. So feeling very nurtured, feeling very held by Mother Earth, feeling very grounded during this time of transformation. Good idea to do a lot of root chakra work, maybe some root chakra meditations this week. And then the oracle card that came out for this one is the number 12 card, which is replacing what was lost. It says you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Interesting. Transformation. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon, which is great because new moon energy is all about abundance and manifestation. So create with a new perspective or outlook. Transformation. Rejuvenate and start anew. Transformation. Abundance is on the horizon. I embrace transformation. So really an interesting combination for those of you who chose this petrified wood, because petrified wood is normally all about grounding. But in this case, for this week, it is more about that new moon energy of manifestation. So rejuvenating, starting anew, creating with a new perspective or outlook, abundance is on the horizon, all about transformation this week. And again, dun dun dun, red. So our cards match the crystal energy. So that is our reading for the overall energy for the week of May 17th through the 23rd. Again, tune in to listen to me chat about the Akashic Records if you have time this Wednesday, the 20th at 11 o'clock on Blog Talk Radio. The specific channel is Spirit Talk Radio with Vicki Luna Miller, and I will put a link to that below as soon as I have one. Have a great week.